A very good morning to one and all. We are once again back to the second day of Imprint, a 10 days online soft skills short term course, a 30 hours customized program under IQAC's value added courses starting from 9th April to 19th April 2025, which is jointly organized by the six cluster institutions Manoharrao Kamdi Mahavidyalaya Nagpur, Seth Kesarimal Porwal College of Arts and Science and Commerce, Kamptee, Dr. S.C. Gulhane Prerna College of Commerce, Science and Arts, Nagpur, Mahatma Gandhi College, Parseoni, Ravindranath Tagore College, Dongargaon, and Orange City Institute of Management, Nagpur. On behalf of the cluster institutions, I take this opportunity to welcome the organizers and the principal of cluster institutions, Dr. Usha Sakure Madam, Dr. Vinay Chauhan Sir, Dr. Praveen Joshi Sir, Dr. Lokchan Jadhav Sir, Dr. Jayant Gangredivar Sir, and Dr. Anil Sharma Sir on this magnificent event. I heartily welcome the coordinators of this program, Professor Renuka Roy, Miss Sneha Rakunde, Professor Pramod Gorde, Assistant Professor Nasir Pathan, and Dr. Rajni Kumar. Before we begin our presentation, let me take this opportunity to introduce to Dr. Meenakshi Kulkarni as a resource person of today's program. Dr. Meenakshi Kulkarni is working as an assistant professor at LAD and Srimati R.P. College for Women, Nagpur since 2014. Her area of interest includes Indian writing in English, gender studies, Irish literature, post-colonialism, subaltern studies. Her keen interest in research work has kept her on toes to write research papers and articles which have been published in national and international journals. She has attended many seminars and conferences. She has authored two books entitled as Ombudsman and Poetic Creativity of Siemens Hine, a Critic. Unquote. She holds the prestigious post as a member of Board of Studies in English Literature and Languages and Language Board. Dear participants, before we move on toward our presentation, let me remind you a very influential quote from Sharon Anthony Bower. He quotes, "The basic difference between being assertive and being aggressive is how our words and behavior affect the rights and well-being of others." Unquote. Practice of assertiveness is one of the major aspects to enhance our behavior. Think if you are a leader of a team. As a leader of a team, if you are assigned with many tasks, you may behave aggressively, sometimes with your team. This may spoil the true spirit of leadership. So, it is very essential that you need to be more assertive without being aggressive. Therefore, to sustain your leadership quality and also to enhance your attitude with through assertiveness, today Dr. Meenakshi Kulkarni, the resource person of today's program, will deliver a presentation on the very core topic, how to be more assertive without being aggressive. So I invite Dr. Meenakshi Kulkarni ma'am with immense gratitude to present her insightful presentation. Over to
Thank you so much, Vasnik Madam. It is really an opportunity for me to be on the virtual space, and I really thank the cluster of colleges to give me this opportunity. It's imprint the moment April comes, the various, you are really doing a wonderful job for all the students. The students will really benefit. Thank you so much. Without further ado, can I just present my screen?
Please, ma'am.
I'm so sorry I got disconnected.
Yes, ma'am, please take your own time, no issue.
Can't share your screen.
I request all the participants to please mute your devices, audio as well as video, so that there could be a smooth accession of today's program. सभी विद्यार्थियों से निवेदन है कि वे कृपया अपना ऑडियो और वीडियो मोड बंद रखें ताकि अपना प्रस्तुतिकरण के समय किसी प्रकार की बाधा न हो. धन्यवाद. I request लीलेश साहू to please off his video mode. वीडियो बंद कर दीजिए. Thank you, लीलेश. बसमध्ये गर्दी राहते ना आता उन्हाळ्याची. मागे गेल्या सासऱ्यांमध्ये खूप गर्दी होती. कुठे गेली मी करंजापर्यंत. जाऊ कुठून लागते गाडी आतमध्ये ना मला पण दाखवते का. हो ते बरं आहे. मला कसं गोष्टी पैशाची नाही मला बॅग केली नाही ना त्यामुळे या लाल बस मध्ये झटके बसतो. Dear participants, please stay tuned. Please be online because the resource person will log in soon. साठ होती ना पहिले 60 झाली होती ना 100 काही होती मग 60 वर आली. आता आम्ही एंगेजमेंटला गेलो ना 14 फरवरीला त्या 5 रुपये 10 रुपये वाढले. चालतं ना मला दाखवतील मग करून लागतं मला गाडी मला परत सुरू आहे मला गाडी मला परत आणि मला 5 रुपये मी जाणार होतो गावामध्ये दुसरी पकडा माझी पूर्ण व्यक्ती काही लाल वगैरे लागते दिवसे रुपये 10 बसताना कारण जमलं नागपूरचं कारण बस 35-70 रुपये तिथून ते 370 इथून 20-40 रुपये हे 410 इथूनच लागते
तुला ना 500 रुपये तुम्ही घरापासून जाणार पेट्रोल पेट्रोल तेवढी दोन्ही 500 मला जर तू आज दाखवलं ना शिवसेनेचं मग मी माझ्याकडे आता बॅगा नाही लग्नाला जाईल मी शिवसेनेत गेली गर्दी नाही आणि एक आरामात जाणार इलेक्ट्रिक बस जात इलेक्ट्रिक बस जात गावाला जायला बसचं त्याचं टायमिंग आहे की लोहारी सांगून आता मला आम्ही बघता बोलतो लोहारी सांगून पाहिजे म्हणजे ती 6ची की 7ची बस शेवटची आहे असं काहीतरी मला गेलो छोटी लोक हो हो त्यानंतर बस नाही सकाळी जायची शेवटची बस 6 वाजता सकाळी संध्याकाळी कारंजावरून त्यानंतर बस नाही कोणी इमर्जन्सी असलं तर अडले ना बडवा मग तिकडून बोलावलं लोहारी सांगल्यापासून किती किलोमीटर गाव स्वतःपर्यंत गायला कोणी घेतो किती लोहारी सांगायला आमच्या नातेवाईक माझ्या मुलं त्याची नाव कापले
Yes, ma'am. The PPT is
Really
not
sorry
on.
for the technical glitch.
No, not at all, not at all.
Just can you see my screen?
Yes, just activate your PPT. Yes, it's processing. It's taking a bit of, yes, ma'am. Absolutely right. Slideshow. Full screen from the beginning. Yes, ma'am. Please move on, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Imprint is really amazing. It's giving an opportunity for the students to know your emotions, to know your communicative style, and giving this wonderful topic. Thank you, the cluster of colleges, how to be more assertive without being aggressive. Hearty congratulations all the participants. Today I'll be dealing with various communication styles. What is assertive communication, the characteristics of an assertive communication style, the importance of being assertive, then psychological theories which go ahead, which will make you understand, and the concepts related to assertiveness, and why assertiveness is important in one's life, and what are the dangers of not asserting yourself, which leads to conflict management. So this is what I'll try to do today. So assertiveness is expressing yourself and your rights without violating others. It's not that only you are important on this face of this earth. It's not that I think. You cannot just be yourself like I, me, myself. It's not that. You are important the way you are important. Others are equally important. It's not always that what you are thinking, what you are feeling, how you are how you are portraying yourself in a particular situation. This is what I would like to experience. If this is what, if you are doing in a social place, you will be tolerated for once or twice, but then eventually you will be rejected. So being assertive, that we'll be trying to do from this particular session. You have to give respect to others in order to gain respect to yourself. Your presence is very important. Okay, so it'll be a win-win situation if you are assertive. So assertiveness is basically a communication style that involves expressing one's thoughts, feelings, and needs in an honest, direct, and appropriate manner while respecting the rights and boundaries of others. Others are equally important, and it strikes a balance between passive communication, where individuals fail to express their needs and allows others to infringe upon their rights, and aggressive communication, where individuals express themselves in a hostile or confrontational manner, disregarding the rights and feeling of others. That is really not important. You cannot disrespect others' rights and feelings. So you have to be assertive to communicate well and be accepted in a social milieu. So individuals who are high in assertiveness don't shy away from defending their points of view or goals, or from trying to influence others to see their side. They are open to both compliments and constructive criticism. So in case you want to move ahead in life, you cannot just be open to all good praises for yourself. Criticism is bound to happen, so that also you should welcome. People can improve their assertiveness through practical exercises and experiences. So basically, these are the three styles of communication. You have to assert your position, stand on your ground while acknowledging the rights of others. So, others are equally important. You are important, others are equally important. And being aggressive always. See this picture, you will understand what aggressiveness is like. So you will be, in case you are aggressive for a particular moment, but then what will happen? As I told you earlier, your communication style will be tolerated once or twice, but then you will be avoided. No one will want to communicate with you. So you cannot have aggressive communication style. And suppose the third style of communication, which is passive communication, if you restore to that, you will always be heard. You will always never be able to express your thoughts or feelings. You will always keep yourself at the back. So these are the three communication style. And as if I ask you, anyone can just unmute yourself and say which style of the three style, which is the best: passive, aggressive, or assertive? Anyone? If no one is saying, then I will only say passive will never let you feel what you wish to say. Aggressive will never be successful. Never be successful in the sense that people will start disliking you. And just keeping your body composure right, if you say whatever you have in your mind, then you stand your position, your ground, and you acknowledge the right of others. You have to have a balance between your thoughts, ideas, and territories while respecting others' rights, feelings, and thoughts. So basically, there are some characteristics of an assertive communication style. Direct eye contact is there when you have assertive communication style. That means the speaker is strong and not intimidated. Then an assertive stance or posture with the right balance or strength, that means you're not showing casualness. For example, standing rigid may come across as aggressive, whereas slouching may be perceived as weak. Then tone of voice also matters when you are communicating. A strong voice conveys assertiveness, But the moment, the way I am raising my voice, that can be taken as aggressive. No one will like to have an aggressive person. Then facial expression, body gesture, posture, your expression, all these things do matter. It's not only your words that matters in communication. Expression also matters. Expression are neither angry or anxious, and they are essential for sending the right message. Right message can be sent through proper expression. And timing, assertive communication may be executed at the right time. Suppose you want to make some request to your friends, please do this. What does this mean? That means you are just passing an order. You are only putting the word please, prefixing word please. That is not done. Please, can you do this for me? That is also very important. Timing, toning of the voice, and it should not be non-threatening. Suppose if you say, if you continue to do that, you will be sorry. This is in a very aggressive tone. So that should not be done. So it should be in a non-threatening manner. If you continue with the same thing that you are doing again and again, I'll have to think over it. So it matters what you say, how you communicate, and clarity should be there. Can you please not do it that way? Will be vague. Can you please not walk away when you are talking? If you be more clear that way, so then you are doing the for example, will you stop leaving your papers when you are leaving the house? Just leave it. If you say that way, it is a very negative respect. You can say, when you are leaving the department, or when you are leaving my house, when you are leaving the place over here, leave the papers behind. In a very assertive manner, you can say that. And I just told you about these three styles of communication. As the diagram suggests, passive communication is disrespecting yourself. When we do SWOT analysis, in that, when know thyself or know myself, you are the most important entity in the whole scenario. When you look down upon yourself, oh, I won't be able to do it. Definitely, you'll never be able to do it. Oh, what will my superiors think? How will I do it? So that means you're disrespecting yourself. If you said, no, I have to do it right away, that is being aggressive. And the third style is assertive. Please, can I have your permission? Can we do it this way? I know that you don't like it that way to be done, but if we do it that way, it will be good for everyone. It will be good for the environment of the college. It will be good for everyone. So that is assertive communication in a positive way, which includes your voice modulation, your facial expression, everything, right from standing, your posture, everything you are doing. What you are in a very assertive tone, you are expressing your emotion. So you have to maintain a proper balance. Okay. So these are the four options. That is emotional, dishonest, that is passive. In passive, this thing, passive communication, it is dishonest. You are being dishonest to yourself. It is indirectly hurting yourself. You are inhibiting yourself. Your thoughts will be there in your mind itself. It's not coming out. You are blaming yourself, and you are okay. See, I had a technical glitch. If I was apologetic for, I already wasted 10 minutes, but then if I would have wasted further 5 minutes, people would have start leaving. So you don't have to be apologetic. Yeah, in one word you can say, I'm really sorry for the technical glitch. Now I move ahead. Then the second option will be passive aggressive. If you are emotionally dishonest, this is basically uh, to do with your emotional quotient also. You have to be honest with yourself, with others also. So you are denying at first, self enhancing at the expense of others later. That is passive aggressive. Then aggressive, you are inappropriately dishonest, direct expressive, and you are attacking, blaming, controlling. You are the one because of which I had this particular problem. I will see to it that you are shown a very good example. That is very aggressive. No one will like this tone. Okay. And assertive, the way it should be: appropriate, honest, direct, self enhancing, and you are expressing yourself from your heart, and you are confident. Not only your voice, not only your tone, not only your facial expression, but everything is in sync with everything what you are speaking, what is there in your mind. जब आप दिल से कोई काम करोगे तभी वो हो सकता है. And the best thing is that you have to communicate assertively. So now we'll go ahead with the various psychological theories, because psychology is very important to know the key components of healthy communication and interpersonal relationship. The first theory is cognitive behavioral therapy. That means first you have to know yourself. Knowing yourself is the key to knowing everything else. When you know yourself, when you want to be treated yourself that way, definitely you will want that the others should treat you in also a positive manner. So that is the same thing, you are on a same plane. Cognitive behavioral therapy points out the behaviors are interconnected. Assertiveness training, a component of CBT, helps in individuals identifying and change negative thought patterns that hinder assertive communication, such as fear of rejection or low self worth. So basically, you have to know your thoughts, feelings, behavior. You have to be in control of yourself, but you can't be in control of others. But the way you want to feel, so you have to ensure that the others also feel. Like you have to set boundaries also when you are ensuring that assertive communication is there. Okay. So the next is self-efficacy theory. Albert Bandura, he developed it. This theory suggests that an individual belief in their ability to succeed in a situation influences their behavior, and people with high self-efficacy are more likely to be assertive, as they believe in their ability to handle the consequences of expressing their needs and standing up for themselves. So, this is very important. I'll give you some examples of assertiveness. You have to set boundaries. I just said no. Like, even the most treasured relationship is a mother and child, but in that relationship also you have to have boundaries. It's not that you can just ask your son or your daughter to show everything what is there. They have their freedom to keep something, and then they put up a pattern, they have locked the phone. So So it's not that you can always just to keep a tab like what's happening in their life. You can't be aggressive and wanting to see it time and again. You have to have some trust and respect for it. So you have to set boundaries. You as a parent, you as a teacher, you have to set some boundaries. It's very important. And you have to ensure that they express their needs and want. The student will express their need and want. It's not that always they will say good thing about your teaching or about what they feel about yourself. Let them be honest. Honesty is very important. Like requesting a change in behavior, like in case if you are living in PG, you are asking your roommate to the other person. Suppose you are sharing a room with someone, and that person will never keep the room tidy. So you can't be aggressive always, and you can't feel frustrated. Why did I get such a room partner? You can request initially. If she or he doesn't listen, then you have to tell him or her that it's high time that I be very honest with yourself. It's You have to take responsibility, and you have to ensure that the room is kept properly, and you have to stand for yourself. That is very important. Suppose you are working in a college, in a office. uh, if if a person, you are doing all the hard work, you are making the PPTs, you are making everything ready for the presentation, and she or he is taking all the credit away. It's always 3 4 5 times. It's high time that you stand up for yourself, communicate it, that no, you have to assertively say no. Stand up for yourself and say that you have to. It's not that you are reporting it to the boss, but you will say it's high time that even I get some credit, because even I have burned the midnight lamp. So even I deserve some credit. It's not, because it's a teamwork. Everyone has worked. Whatever work was given to me, I have done it. So this is how assertively you say yourself. And suppose you don't like to be disturbed when you are conversing, when uh, someone interrupts, you say, please don't do that. You will not do it. Refuse to be interrupted and insisting on finishing. You say, kindly allow me to finish my point, and only then we can go ahead with the discussion. This way you can say. Then you can also give constructive feedbacks. Like suppose you can say that if you are working in a team, and the person says, "Ki, this is what I feel, this is what I feel, this is what I feel." We are a team of six members are there in the team. So everyone, suppose you have a very good hold on PPT. If the second person has on PDF, someone has on Excel, the numbers, figures. So that way you all can, it can be divided. And examples. Another example I can give you, you will not use this I statement. I is the most dangerous word. If you are working in a team, you have to ensure that everyone gets respect, and understanding when and how you have to use assertiveness, and recognizing the impact of aggressiveness and passiveness. You will not be aggressive, you will not be passive, and it is crucial for you to have a balanced and effective communication. So basically, assertiveness refers to healthy balance between passive and aggressive communication. You can state your own needs, and you can advocate them to have it met. However, you can listen, you can acknowledge, and you can respect the needs of others. That is because it's not in the scenario, in the social milieu, it's not you only who are important. Others are equally important roles to play. So basically, we were seeing all these various theories. In the previous theory, one more thing I would like to add: when your thoughts are positive, definitely you will be more assertive. Suppose you are thinking, I won't be able to clear this particular examination. So then your feelings also, uh, you feel low, and then your behavior pattern also changes. Then you go in that negative zone. So then what happens? Then gone. You have to give yourself, you have to understand yourself, and you have to give a positive impact. Yeah, I will be able to do it. Then you will understand, how will I be able to do it? That feeling you have to see, and then you have to change your behavior accordingly. Okay, then assertiveness is a component of cognitive behavior theory, and it helps individuals to identify and change negative thoughts patterns that hinder assertive communication, such as fear of rejection or low self worth. We come to the next theory, self efficacy theory. In this, people with high self efficacy are more likely to be assertive, as they believe in their ability. You have to believe in your own ability to handle consequences of expressing your needs, and you have to stand up for yourself. Self efficacy is the belief in one's own ability to succeed in specific situations or achieve specific goals. You have to set your goals and you have to work for it. And it is a key concept in social cognitive theory, which was developed by psychologist Albert Bandura. Self efficacy is important because it influences our motivation, it also influences our behavior and emotions. People with high self efficacy are more likely to set challenging goals, persist in the face of setbacks, and bounce back from failure. They are also more likely to experience positive emotion such as hope and confidence. Basically, anything is depending on confident. If you are confident, if you believe in yourself, then you will definitely do things in a better manner. Then transactional analysis, this is a very important, this in itself is a very important topic which can go on for 1.5 hours. TA, I'll use the short form, is a psychoanalytical theory and a method of therapy developed by Eric Berne during the 1950s. Basically, everyone has three states in their life: child, adult, and parent. Child state is that you want that ice cream and you want it. So you are behaving like a child. Come what may, I will have that ice cream. I will not do without it. You are behaving like the child. You are very stubborn. Then the adult stages, this is one example which I gave you of the ice cream, because it's summer and everyone likes ice cream. You're behaving like a small child of say 4 to 5 years. So that is the child stage. That is the very you can't say, the very basic stage in a human behavior. Then adult ego stage, that they are responsible for it and it depends on them. So the parent stage, and they are not that, they are assertive, they are, they want, they can be aggressive also, the adults. They want things as according to their whims and fancies, the adult stage. And the parent stage is above the child and the adult stage. The parent will weigh all the pros and cons, the thoughts and feeling of the child, the adult, and figure it out that everything goes on smoothly. So child stage can be, say, you can have it passive, you can have interconnections also. Child can be passive as well as aggressive, child can be assertive also at time. Then adult can be aggressive most of the time, assertive as well as passive also. But the parent stage, where you weigh all the pros and cons, so that is the best stage for assertive behavior, assertive communication, where you see the entire scenario. When you see, suppose in the house there are two siblings, they are absolutely fighting over a petty issue, like uh, the parent has bought some ice cream. We'll stick to this example only, ice cream. They have bought chocolate and mango. Mango was not available in the store, so mango, only one mango ice cream is there, chocolate are more. But child A and child B is crying her heart out, I want that mango. Now child A says, no, even I want, that is my favorite ice cream. I want that ice cream. Come what may, I'm the senior person, I have to get it. So now what will the adult say? Adult mind say, okay, fine, you have the ice cream. Child B will get the ice cream. She's younger, she'll get it. But then what will happen? So, as the parent, you have to take a very, it's not a very complicated situation, but you will have to see to it that child A and child B, that is your elder child and the younger child, both are satisfied. Okay, you can give this solution. You can have two chocolate ice creams right now to the elder child, you can say, and younger one, you can have only one ice cream. You give them this particular scenario. You say whoever wants two will have chocolate, whoever one wants one can have the mango ice cream. So then they will start thinking, oh, here we are getting two, so number matters. So then they'll say, fine, okay, I'll do with the chocolate. Chocolate is any day better, but we are getting two in number. Mango, so I'll only get one. So you have tried it very nicely to see to it that the parent stage, you have weighed the pros and cons and ensure that you give a better solution to the problem. So transactional analysis is also very important. So, in assertive communication comes from the adult state, which is rational, respectful, and focused on problem solving. So, the problem was there and you have solved it. The ice cream problem, the parent state will think that, okay, fine, the mother likes the younger sibling better. So it's not that the mother will give the mango ice cream to the smaller one. The adult state, it is rational, respectful, and focused on problem solving. So you have solved this problem, and then in the evening you take them out again to the ice cream parlor and give whichever ice cream they want to have. But that particular problem over there, it is solved. So why assertiveness is important, this we'll see. Assertiveness. And one more theory I'll just tell you, social learning theory. This theory is developed by Albert Bandura. This theory emphasizes the importance of observing and modeling behavior of individuals, and can learn assertiveness by observing and imitating assertive role models. So you, the moment you say assertive, my principal comes to my mind, Dr. Pooja Pathak. If she wants, she will be very assertive. If she doesn't want anything, she can say, fine. She will always be in this adult state. Suppose two teachers are there. If they want the same thing, so she will always be in that adult stage and ensure that both the teachers get their due respect, due share in whatever they wish. Then emotional importance is also very important for being assertive. This was developed by Peter Salovey and John Mays, and emotional intelligence refers to the ability to understand and manage one's emotions and the emotion of others. This is very important. This is what I am saying from the first slide, that to manage, it's not only managing your own emotion, you have to give importance to the other person also. Then high emotional intelligence is associated with assertiveness, as it allows the others to express their feelings and needs while being attuned to the feeling of others. So you have to have emotional, high emotional intelligence. Then benefits of assertiveness: you get improved self-esteem. Assertive individuals tend to have higher self-esteem as they value their thoughts, feelings, and needs. They are more likely to be healthy, to set healthy boundaries and engage in self-care. Then better relationship. Assertiveness, when you are assertive, suppose you are aggressive, it's end of the relationship. But when you are assertive, you enable individuals to communicate effectively and build stronger, more honest relationships by expressing their needs and feelings openly. They foster trust and mutual respect. Then why assertiveness is important? Because it reduces stress. Suppose you are in that passive mode, so you are likely to be very stressed. When you are always aggressive, that time also you are very stressed. So assertive individuals are less likely to experience the stress and anxiety associated with unmet needs or pent up emotions. They are able to advocate for themselves and manage conflicts more effectively. It's not that conflicts are there only at home, or conflicts are there at workplace, at college. It's conflicts are there everywhere. How you manage it? You manage it in a passive manner, in an aggressive manner, or in an assertive manner. It is up to you. I have started believing right now, like, let thing takes its own course. Let it happen. Let us go with the flow. Okay, it's all right. But you have to be assertive. You can't always think back and keep yourself laid down. Then assertiveness is important because it increases ability to achieve goals. When it is your career, and suppose your parents say that you have to take up science because as your father has taken science, your mother had taken science, so you have to take science. So you have to be very polite. You, as a child, have to be in that adult stage and say, I'm not at all interested in science, my dear parents. You have to be assertively, and you have to say that, fine, even fine arts is equally important. I I'm doing so well in performing arts. I'm so well in theaters. So please let me go ahead with it. Let me follow my heart. So you have to assertively say, suppose you are told by your parents that you have to take engineering or you have to become a doctor, because in our days only these two fields were taken up, very thought of as a very good professions. Others, fine, they had their own this thing levels, but then these two professions, so you, in case you want to be a doctor or an engineer, you have to take up science. But you don't want to be a doctor. The moment you see the sight of blood, you just faint. So that is cancelled. You can't be a doctor. Suppose you are not at all good in maths, then you can't be an engineer. So you can't you can just refer to that movie Three Idiots. Rancho says to his friend Madhavan, I'm forgetting his character name, Madhavan, you need not just pursue engineering. He was in the final year, but his heart was in photography. So he just tells him that you go ahead. And then he tries to explain to his father, to his friend's father. His friend's father was saying that Amir Khan is a very bad influence on you. But then when he realizes that his heart is not in engineering, he goes and returns the expensive laptop, buys the um, expensive camera for him, and he becomes a natural wildlife photographer. And eventually, during the due course of the movie, and he was very successful. It's not that you have to just listen to them, you have to assertively make them understand. The way you communicate, very, it has to be very clear. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to give your parents enough reasons why you want to go in for performing arts, why you want to be a photographer. That is the reason. And then when you move ahead towards your goal, otherwise you will never be a successful engineer. This is the example which I gave. Okay. Then, what are some dangers of not asserting yourself? People who are unable to assert themselves may experience sensitivity to criticism, extreme passivity, insecurity, anxiety, or even low self esteem. They may be treated as emotional doormats. You never want to be a doormat in your life. Everyone comes, just cleans their feet on you and move ahead. No, that is not. You have to assertively say that no, you don't like this, in a very polite manner. And in extreme cases, they may completely lose sight of what they need and want in life. Why are some people not assertive? Individuals who can't or won't assert themselves often believe deep down they are less worthy than others. They may doubt themselves and hesitate before taking actions. for fear of the consequences. They Why Madhavan was pursuing engineering? Because he thought he'll not be able to please his parents. So, fear of the consequences is there. And they frequently avoid trying new things and tend to let other people's desire determine their goal. But then, when Rancho made him understand that becoming a photographer is his lifelong dream, and he has to pursue his dream, that is very important. So ultimately he did that. That was very important. Like imprint, dream, believe, and achieve. This is the goal of imprint. So you have to dream high, you have to believe in yourself, and then you will be able to achieve your goals. Then, how to be assertive? Assertive people tend to project confidence. They maintain eye contact. They have good posture. They use body language effectively. They are able to express their thoughts and beliefs honestly and reasonably. And they encourage other people to do the same. Being assertive means speaking up for one's right without disrespecting anyone else's. It involves managing stress, solving problems as they arise, and staying calm no matter how the other person reacts. The other person will react, keep on reacting, but you have to respond in particular situation. When you react, you can go haywire. Your at in difficult situation आपके बाल खड़े हो जाएंगे. You don't want that. You have to be calm. So how you can avoid conflict management? Importance of assertiveness in managing conflicts. Assertiveness is a crucial skill in managing and resolving conflicts effectively. It allows individuals to express their concerns, needs, and perspectives clearly while also being open to their views of others. So others view also matters, because you are not living in a jungle, you are not the lone person living, you are living in a society. So you have social milieu is very important. Others perspective also matters, and others views also matter. Conflict, as I told you, it is natural part of life. Conflicts are inevitable in any situation where individuals with different backgrounds, values, and goals interact. No, even two Siamese twins, they are not identical. How can, suppose if you are in a class of 60, how can everyone be same? Someone must be coming from Pandrapodi, someone must be staying in Ramdaspet, so that social difference is also there. So it is so different. So different backgrounds, different values. So when people of different people are coming on a common platform, you have to ensure that everyone is getting equal importance. It's not that only you will be important. However, when handled constructively, conflicts can lead to growth, understanding, and stronger relationships. Then the most important thing is that you love to speak, but you cannot be active listeners. So the most important thing is, when you are in a social milieu, to avoid aggressiveness, to avoid being passive, you have to be active listeners. You have to not only keep on speaking, you have to listen. And ठीक है, that attitude, no, you have to listen, you have to reflect, you have to think, you have to take in what the others are saying, and reflect back on what has been said to you to ensure accurate understanding. What has been told, that you have to understand, and you have to withhold judgment and avoid interruptions. Then, as I told you, I is the most important. In a negative way, I will do it, I will do it, I, me, myself. I know of a certain person, I would not like to name him. I, me, myself, agar aap hai, to take it from me for granted, you can never be successful. You might reach heights, but no one will like you. Okay, so expressing one's own feeling and need without blaming or attacking others. Example, I feel frustrated when you interrupt me during meeting. Instead, you can say that you always interrupt me. That you can say. Promote open communication and reduce defensiveness. Then the next point, collaborative problem solving, approaching conflicts as a shared problem to be solved together. You have to focus on finding mutually beneficial solutions. You have to brainstorm opinions and evaluate them based on each party's needs and interest. Suppose you are in a class situation. There are, as I told you, suppose 60 different people are there. You, as a teacher, you have to be always in that adult phase, not in that parent phase where you will you have to solve each and every problem. Setting boundaries, that also I told you, that is equally important. Be it your home, be it like my daughter, she's, I can proudly say that she's definitely more mature than me. And she says, she's only 24, and she says, mama, you, when she tells me, then even I try. I at time go in that child phase, but then when she reminds me that I have to keep, she tells me everything, but then I need not ask her everything. When it comes from the other person, from the person, if your daughter, if your student, if they want to tell you everything, you have to listen everything. But then you can't demand everything. You can't demand respect from your students, from your children. You have to ensure that you are on a same platform. Only then they will give you respect, and that intimacy, that beautiful bond will also be created. And you have to be firm, and you have to respect the boundaries. Example, I value your friendship. Suppose your friend comes and tell you, oh my god, right now I'm in a very bad situation and I need 5,000 rupees right now. If you value your friendship, you have to give me the money right away. You wish to help your friend out, but suppose she keeps on asking you money, so then you can say, I value our friendship, but I can't lend you money right now. So assertively you have spoken your thoughts. This is, then it will not lead to conflict. Now suppose I'll just give you some examples how you can manage situations. Assertive communication plays a very crucial role in effective conflict management by fostering open, respectful dialogue and promoting collaborative problem solving. Suppose you have to give clear expressions of need and concern, allows individuals to express the need, concern, and perspective clearly and directly. By communicating openly and honestly, individuals can ensure that their interests are understood and considered in the conflict resolution process. This clarity reduces misunderstanding and helps parties identify the root cause of the conflict. Then, active listening and empathy, that also helps. Assertive communication emphasizes active listening, which involves paying attention to the speaker. I'm quickly recapitulating all these things to understand their perspective and responding with empathy. By genuinely listening to the other party and acknowledging their feelings and concerns, individuals create an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding. This empathetic approach helps reduce defensiveness and promote a more collaborative mindset. Then, when you focus on problem solving, assertive communication shifts focus from blame and accusation to finding mutually beneficial solution. And by expressing their needs and concern assertively, individuals can frame conflicts as shared problems to be solved together. This approach encourages brainstorming and evaluating options based on each other party's interest, leading to be more creative and satisfactory solutions. And lastly, you have to set boundaries. And then you also have to reduce defensiveness and emotional reactivity. Assertive communication techniques such as I statement and focusing on specific behavior rather than personal attacks. You should never do that. Help reduce defensiveness and emotional reactivity. By expressing concern in a non confrontational matter, individuals create safer space for dialogue and problem solving. This approach maximizes the likelihood of conflicts escalating into personal or emotional battles and increased trust and collaboration. Assertive communication fosters an environment of trust and collaboration. When individuals feel heard, respected, and valued, they are more likely to engage in open and constructive dialogue. This trust enables parties to explore more mutually beneficial solutions and work together to resolve conflicts effectively. And then you have to model on the basis of respectful communication. Assertive individuals lead by example, model respectful communications and problem solving behavior. By demonstrating assertiveness in conflict situation, they encourage others to adopt similar approaches, creating a positive ripple effect in their relationship and organization. When only you have this assertive mode of communication, you will have that ripple layer of positivity in whichever place, in your office, in your organization where you're working, in college level. So you have to be assertive. So I'll give you examples. Suppose these scenarios focus on real life situations where assertive communication and conflict situations are likely to rise up. Suppose there are 30 students, and then had it been offline class, like offline session, I would have divided you into different various groups. The first scenario is group project disagreement. Student A, B, C, D, E, and F. That means 6 students are there in the group. Student A insists on doing all the important tasks and he or she is excluding others. That means student A is very aggressive and he or she wants to take the credit and he is doing everything on his own. Student B she will feel unvalued and unheard, and starts then she will not come to group meetings. Students see the third student is frustrated with the lack of progress with poor communication. Communication is not proper in this particular scenario. The fourth student wants to address the issues but is afraid of confrontation. Student D knows that things are not moving in the proper direction. Then student E is blaming student B for not contributing enough, and student F tries to mediate in between and find a solution that works for everyone. So in this particular disagreement of project, who wants A wants to grab all the attention, B is trying to give off the task, because initially, because he or she is in a very passive mode. Then C is also very frustrated because there is not proper communication. And student D, he is trying to do something, and F is one person who is in the adult mode. When we did transactional analysis, you have to ensure that the entire scenario is taken care of. Then he or she tries to mediate, and he has given a proper solution that everyone, all the A, B, C, D, E, F, the 6 members should sit properly. Everyone should say, everyone should communicate properly. The task based on their capabilities will be distributed, and they will perform their duties. Then they will meet after, suppose, say 3 days, and in 3 days time, if that work is not done, then they will be taken to task. So assertively, student F intervened, mediated, and has given a proper solution to this particular project disagreement group. Then the scenario 2. In this also, I'll give you an explanation that again 6 students are there: A, B, C, D, E, F. Student A rarely cleans up the and the room is quite messy. Student B is frustrated with the mess but avoids addressing the issue directly. Then student C confronts student A aggressively about their behavior. Aggressiveness is not going to have any solution. Then students D feels caught up in the middle of the conflict. He is in that passive mode. Then student E suggests cleaning up schedule to resolve the issue. He's only suggesting. But again, student F encourages open communication. So you see how communication is so important to understand each other's need. Okay, this person might be doing this at his or her home, uh, student A, but now when you are living with 6 people, you have to do your share. It's not that the others are going to clean up your mess. You have to do it yourself. So, with proper communication, the roommates' conflict that was also taken care of. Then the third scenario is friend group disagreement. Again, 6 students are there. Student A constantly changes plan at the last minute, causing inconvenience to the other group members. Student B is upset but doesn't express their feeling directly. Again, in that passive mode, he he's an example of passivity. Then student C defends student A dismissing others' concern. You can't stand for anyone else. You have to take your own stand to be successful in life. Then student D wants to have an open discussion to resolve the issue. Then student E suggests setting clear expectations and boundaries for plans. Then student F encourages everyone to express their feeling. Again, student F is in that assertive mode, or you can say that adult mode, and express their feeling assertively to uh, listen to everyone. So in this disagreement, when everyone keeps on changing, when student A keeps on changing the plans, so they sit, they brainstorm, and they come to an amicable situation. Then that particular thing is also taken care of. Then there is some internship conflict. Student A takes credit for the group's work during a presentation. Student B again feels betrayed but doesn't confront, because poor student B in all the scenarios, he or she is in that passive mode. So you can't just keep your emotions hidden, suppressed. One day, like a pressure cooker, it will burst. So that should also not happen. Then students C start talking negatively about student A behind their back. That backbiting should never be there. Then student D wants to address the issue professionally and assertively. Student E suggests involving the superior to resolve the conflict. There is no need to involve any other person, because it's a matter of thing in the group. So it has to be sorted out in the group itself. Encourages Student F encourages direct conversation with student A to express concern. So it's not that student A will get the credit for everything which everyone is doing. It's a group work. Everyone has to get equal importance in the group work. So internship conflict is also sorted out. So another scenario I can give you: study group disagreement. Student A dominates discussion and interrupts others constantly. I will dominate the group discussion. Student B again, he feels discouraged from participating and starts skipping sessions. Student C tries to talk over to student A to be heard. Student D wants to establish ground rules for respectful communication. That is the crux of my entire talk, that respectful communication has to be there. Then student E suggests dividing speaking time equally among other members. That also, he tries to hold his position, student A, and he doesn't allow the others to speak. Then student F comes to a amicable situation. He encourages using I statement to express feeling and needs. He says ki I, if I only do that, then how will you feel? You as student A, then he understands. So this is how these scenarios provide opportunities for students to practice assertiveness and conflict resolution in various settings, preparing them to handle real life challenges more effectively. So this is how it has to be. Ensure that you have to speak assertively. That is very important. Minakshi Madam.
Yes, ma'am. Have you done with your presentation?
Yes, I'm done with my presentation, and I really loved the theme of imprint, dream, believe, and achieve. So, when you are a dreamer, you believe in yourself and you achieve only when you assertively put your mind, your thought, you communicate. You should never be passive. You have to be a very good communicator, never passively, never aggressively, but assertively. I thank Manoharrao Kamdi Mahavidyalaya, Seth Kesarimal Porwal College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Kamptee, Dr. S.C. Gulhane Prerna College of Commerce, Mahatma Gandhi College, Parseoni, Ravindranath Tagore College, and Orange City Institute of Management, Nagpur, to give me this opportunity. Now I'm open for questions.
Yes. Any questions, dear participants? Please put in a chat box or unmute your device. The platform is open for open discussion. If you have any queries, please unmute yourself. Ma'am, you can stop your screen sharing, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. So I hope no questions. So I feel that your presentation was full of content with lively examples. I'll just give a moment for students to ask the questions again. Dear participants, कोई प्रश्न हो तो प्लीज आप अपना डिवाइस अनम्यूट कीजिए और पूछ सकते हैं. Yes. So thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable insights. You brilliantly explained three types of behaviors: assertive, aggressive, and passive, and also highlighted on various aspects of conflict management strategies. Your presentation showcased and explored various theories of assertiveness, supporting with diverse illustrative examples showing how to change yourself from passive behavior to assertive, similarly, from aggressive behavior to assertive. This transition in behavior would hopefully boost our participants to change their behavior in assertive way, and would definitely help them to groom their personality. Your expressive and meticulously designed presentation would really help us participants to identify and implement assertive behavior in their practical life, giving them confidence to stand up from their point of view. So thank you very much, ma'am, once again. Now I propose a formal vote of thanks. I extend my deep sense of gratitude to all the organizers of the cluster institution for the incredible effort in organizing this amazing program. I place on a record to extend my sincere gratitude to today's resource person, Dr. Meenakshi Kulkarni Madam, for enriching and motivating our dear participants with her knowledgeable expertise and sparing your valuable time. Thank you very much, ma'am. I express my sincere thanks to our active coordinators for their active coordination in this program. Last, I extend my thankfulness to our dear participants for your patience listening and actively participating in this program. I wind up the session with an inspirational quotes by Anthony D. J. Angelo, who quotes, "Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow." Unquote. Dear participants, with the hope to continue the passion for learning, meet you tomorrow, same time at 10 a.m. with yet another resourceful person, Dr. Renuka Roy Madam. Till then, goodbye and have a good day ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Thank
sparing
you.
your valuable time. You're always
Thank
being
you.
welcome to our program. And we look forward for more of your presentation in future endeavor, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Can I
Thank you,
leave?
ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you can leave it.
Normal यार. हाँ.